Hey guys, Rob from the Off-Grid Tiny House out for another walk and talk. And yeah, Charlie Victor, that's what everybody's talking about. Here in Canada, they closed our borders off, and our Prime Minister's actually still in isolation. Haven't heard a word on the wife, but she's definitely confirmed to have Charlie Victor. This is probably old news to most. What else is going on? A lot of craziness. Stores are pretty much empty here, everywhere. They're slowly being stocked up, but now with the border being closed, variety goes out the window. Because a lot of stuff, is not going to be able to get through the border. Now, what I've heard is mail and packages are still being accepted even with the border being closed. So that's a good thing, because I have a nebulizer on order, and it hasn't showed up yet from Amazon. And they're talking either sometime this week or next week, but who knows, because of all the craziness going on. And the nebulizer is a nice tool that I will be incorporating and fighting off Charlie Victor in case me or my family gets it. So yeah, that's wild. We went down, stocked up my brother's stockpile of food and stuff. Plenty of kitty litter and cat food and stuff for him. So he's all good to go. What else? Yeah, that pretty much covers it. He's coming down tomorrow to visit, stay over a night, and we'll see what happens. Also, can't go to the movie theater with him or anything because everything's closed down. I took a drive just to see what was open. All the fitness places are closed, and like I said, movie theater. I was surprised to see quite a few stores still being open, still have their business open. So I'm assuming, because it's not in our area yet, they're just going ahead with allowing that via the city. But who knows when that'll change. I don't plan on going out shopping anyway, because I'm pretty much loaded up and have been for quite a while, other than the few videos I showed you guys where I went out and topped up a little bit on different things that I didn't have. Alright, and I'm just going through a park here, so I gotta kind of keep it down. Trying to keep my distance away from everybody too. Quite a few people out in this area anyway. But then again, schools are closed. Kids need something to do. So it makes sense, right? Driving the parents probably nuts. But whatever. Update on my aunt. So they moved her from the floor she was on in the hospital to a secondary floor. Apparently she's over the pneumonia part, so they pumped her full of antibiotics, took care of that. But apparently the drugs she was taking by her physicians were screwed up. So she has some kind of kidney interference or damage, possibly, and that's not a good thing. So they're gonna probably watch her for the next 3 days and give us an update on all of that, I would think. Yeah. and the insanity entails over here as people and pets and everything else. Yeah, not the kind of stuff. Oh yeah, they canceled basically everything but pharmacies and grocery stores here. And maybe that's how these stores are able to stay open. I'm thinking that's the only way. So we'll find out. I've had a lot of friends get in contact with me, thanking me and apologizing, because they all used to make fun and, oh, he, ha, 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 conspiracy theorists, tinfoil hat this, blah, blah, blah. But now they're got their eyes wide open. They got a nice hammer to the side of the head and snap to figure out, yeah, the government's not going to help you guys. You're on your own. So you better, take care of that. But I knew about that from, this is old news to me. It was just a matter of time when this was going to happen. And I was ready. And even one of my prepper buddies was like, I guess putting food back was a good idea. They had to admit that. And I said, well, yeah, you don't just buy the food and throw it out. Eventually you're going to eat it, you know that, right, guys? So you're not losing any money. Because at the time you buy it, normally it's reasonable price. And normally food prices always go up. They don't go down unless there's like an extreme sale on. But you guys seen all the stuff online, the price gouging, and people making $100,000 selling toilet paper and cleaning products. Man, I call those guys ballsy and smart, but they kind of screwed over a lot of people in the process. They made $100,000 in a week, somebody said, one of them, selling toilet paper and stuff. Man, that'd be nice. That is insane. I don't even know. Like they basically ordered skids of toilet paper from the grocery store, put it on their credit card, and then they double, triple, quadruple the price online because no one can get any. And they're making bank. Total bank. So actually what I seen recently was, since all the big online shopping websites cracked down on that stuff, people started making no-name websites selling the stuff on there, because then they can't be stopped doing that. And people are still going there, believe it or not. Because I seen an ad on Facebook which was advertising one of these no-name websites selling toilet paper for huge prices, and I'm like, oh my god, there's a loophole around everything. So it was pretty hilarious, actually. We're all stocked up. I would highly suggest 6 months to a year's worth of gear. And why do I say that? Because you guys just never know. And I've been saying that the year is kind of my, before the corona and everything. Whoops, can't say that. Before all that Charlie Victor happened, I've been always saying have like a year's worth of goodies. And I didn't have to go bulk buying too much whatsoever. I just got other things that I didn't have, like vitamin C tablets and stuff like that, because I go through my stuff, I rotate, and that's what you guys got to learn to do. Don't just throw food in a closet for 25 years and then come back in 25 years and expect to eat it. Rotate it. Like maybe every 5 years, just start going through it. And that year you'd have a, that's kind of like your lean times where you only survive on all the food you put back away earlier. Something like that. But yeah, it's getting wild, guys. I tell you what. Other than that, we're just keeping low profile, staying indoors. My uncle got back from Cuba. They went 2 weeks. And when they got back, apparently they didn't have the news down there, because they came back to this nightmare. And they said they weren't even tested at the airport coming back, which was what I've heard everywhere. But what they did was they said on the TV multiple times, if you've recently traveled, 14 to 16 day self-quarantine they want you to do. Obviously they didn't do that because they didn't have a clue, and they would have had to go out anyway for groceries, because highly doubt they would have a stockpile of stuff ready to rip for this. Nobody really did. Well, maybe me. But there you go. So we'll see what happens, guys. And martial law is not off the table yet. That will be coming soon. And the Dems should be pretty scared about that, because if that happens, that means a lot of them may disappear one night. Alright, we'll see you guys later.